Yes, man. 2 days behind us, 2 days in front of us. Unbelievable day. This week is getting away.
Don't let it take you.
Don't let it take you. Roll with it, lean with it. Let's go. Let's go.
To sing your song, yeah. Love is written in song. Every man I meet walking down my
Bump along.
real wonder past his conscious mind. He's so over singing. Love will come and take you home. Yeah.
Written in song. Top of more to you. Why you looking at me like that?
What are you doing?
I'm showing my versatility in the different tones I can render from my voice.
It's a tone, all right.
Top of morning to D.L. Reese, Sports Side. Reese came back on Reese with the S-Man, rocking and rolling with the loving and talented Pamela Tunn-Smith, the firm.
Good morning.
Oh, man, we rock with 8 time behind the glass. It is hump day. 2 days behind us, 2 days in front of us. Oh, man, it seems like every day we kind of have a whole lot of action-packed things going on. Today is no exception. We got a lot of stuff we got to get through today. So, we got some interesting guests going to roll with us. So, let's get through it. Pam, you doing okay?
I'm doing good.
Really, it's kind of funny. Around 12 noon, my friend of mine, I
was like, somebody talking.
Okay, there you go. Phil hit me up and said, man, let's go let's go get a smoke in. All right, cool. We sign smoke, whatever.
The life. What time was it? Noon.
Yeah, well, he called me at noon, but we was going to meet round two.
Yeah.
Round 2, yeah. Because I had to get my nap in.
Right.
Yeah. So, real talk.
The life.
No, the life is it's a routine. Everybody got a routine.
Yeah, everybody got a routine.
Yeah. Some people go to the library, I get a nap. So that's what I do. But anyway, so before you got there, right around, I guess, right at 2 o'clock, or right before 2 o'clock, I get a test email from the UNC, University of North Carolina Sports Information Desk. Assistant AD Steve Kirshner emailed all the media representatives, said that it's going to be a press conference at 6 p.m.
Oh.
I said, well, damn.
They didn't give us a lot of time.
And then he said, it's open to the public. And then he said, but the media can get there at 4 and tell us what comes through the tunnel. Then we can just sit on the floor and all that kind of stuff. So Phil gets there about 2:15, 2:30. It's like, hey, man, it's going to be a short smoke. I got to go to Chapel Hill.
Me too, right?
And he was like, no lie, 2 seconds after I called him, I did got there, Tyler Hansberg called him. And then these other guys called him. So, but he had another thing he had to do that he had committed to. So, I think he's gonna be over there all day today. But anyway, there was announcing. By the way, if you hadn't heard that, officially a welcome and announced Michael. Mm-hmm. He like to be called Michael.
Oh, okay, not Mike.
Yeah,
okay,
well, people call him Mike, but his mom called him Michael. But anyway, Michael Malone, new head basketball coach for the Tar Heels men's basketball team. So I get there, man, everybody, of course, game day and I'm talking game day. I'm talking with Chris Lee. We all, just offering our opinions, which is very, very similar, by the way. ESPN people come. Everybody just rolling up, right? Mm-hmm. It was kind of cool, and I'm sitting there, and I see what struck me. I'm just giving a quick synopsis of what I saw was that it wasn't a gazillion amount of people there in terms of, because the time for how they did it.
Yeah, didn't give them enough notice.
Enough notice. And even people in the stands, it was more people than there were at NC State, but that was a one little room. But I was expecting more people. So, but a lot of people got caught off guard too, though. So
I think some media that are out of town was like, I can't get there. You tell me at 12, and I live in Charlotte.
No, tell me it's 2:30. Which is crazy. Literally, it's 2:27 when I got the email, I think. Now I think about it.
Wow.
So, and maybe it was playing that way. I don't know. But anyway, what's interesting, I saw some of the older players. And don't take this lightly. Don't take this critical. But some of the older players I saw, they didn't play.
So I heard it was like 15 former NBA Carolina players.
Let's go back.
15? You didn't say?
I saw 15 players, but you added another description on the end, too. Trust me.
That wasn't the case.
Some of them, some I saw play the NBA, you could have had my name in there if that's the case.
Oh, my God.
I'm just keeping it 100. So, but I did see some guys, obviously, that play. Mon Williams was there. Again, I'm talking about some of the older guys that, it's interesting. He was the only one that played. A couple of the guys that played a little bit that was there. Majority, 3 or 4 guys, a couple of them didn't even play at all. But I think they're part of the family, and that's
right.
one of the things. They're part of the family. But then all of the current players were there, or guys that played last season from, Trimble or Seth were there, but all the other ones were there. They said Seth was working out. He's getting ready to go to Portsmouth and some other places in Vegas or somewhere else to get ready to trying to see what his basketball life's going to be about. Luca was there, Vesar.
They must have been on the second row behind the...
No, they was to the right of me. So it had to be 4 different sections. So they had the former players and Carolina alumni in the first row. I mean, the first section that was to my right had us in the middle, and to our left had other coaches like Roy Williams and Wanda. They were sent to the left. Bill Belichick was there. All them to the left of us, but had all us right there in the middle. So I was on the second row, third row. So I can't remember where I was. Anyway, but not Dave Hanner, Eddie Fogel, former coaches, Art Schuster, all those guys. But then, of course, I saw May was there, Pat Sullivan, and Hoots, who's the guy that's normally does a lot of those things. But anyway, it was just interesting. Then I saw a lot of the donor people that were there too.
They're the most important people.
Yeah, apparently. And we sitting there. Then of course, Chancellor Roberts comes out with Bubba and Steve, the ADs. Of course, Steve Kersher's there. Then after that, Michael Malone comes out with his wife and daughter. A daughter named Bridget, which is named my former wife. So every time I hear that name, I think about Bridget. Anyway, so they're coming out and they're playing the Carolina fight. So it was cool. But a couple of things I learned that and a lot of people may have been watching or whatever, but people, a couple of things I learned. So people like Kenny Smith and Antoine Jameson and Danny Green, they were very instrumental in making this happen, along with a couple other members from the ADs, a couple ADs or whatever. But they played a vital role in making this happen. And by the way, he said no like 3 or 4 times, by the way.
Yeah, he said that, I guess you would say they courted him for over 10 days.
10 days.
And if you go back into this, the firing was on the 24th. It was pretty immediate after that.
Yeah, which is interesting if you want to believe that.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not saying he was lying. I mean, were these rumors about Tommy Lloyd, where May decimated all the guys? Was that rumor? Was it rumor Donovan? I just thought it was interesting. I don't know, because he did talked about how they showed up at his house. They flew out to, I guess, Denver, wherever he lives, or California, wherever he lives, on Easter Sunday. And, Steve said Steve was very persistent. Steve was AD, incoming AD, July 1. And Hoots, they went out there and were very convincing. So I'm thinking, let me get this right. So Easter was Sunday. Final Four was Saturday. Lord and all those guys had pretty much said no coming into Saturday. And everybody said maybe was going to say, so maybe they was I don't know. Maybe they desperately had to get a yes out of Malone. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting that he really. It's almost like in 11 hours, he said, "Okay, I'll do it."
He thought about it, talked to his wife about it, pillow
called
talked
his
a little
daughter,
bit more.
and his daughter said, "Dad, come to get in the car."
Yeah.
So I guess it's that, and then now he's all in. So I'm assuming that's good, Pam. I mean, how would you read that when you hear things
About
like
how
that?
long it took?
Yeah, yes.
Well, I mean, he said, I think I saw in the press conference where he said this would be the only college that he would go coach at. So it sounded like, he had to really think about if this is what he wanted to do. But it sounds like also there's some history there with, how much he respects Dean Smith and Dean Smith, a relationship with his father or something like that.
Yeah,
so
his father
this is the place, kind of like a dream coaching job for him if he went back to college to coach. But that wasn't something that he really intended on doing, that this would be the only school that he would do that for.
Yeah, he said his father was a huge Dean Smith fan.
Right.
And, another thing that I found ironic is this, though, and this is the case with a lot of people when they talk about Carolina basketball. They talk about the history of Carolina basketball in this sequence: Dean Smith, Bill Guthridge, Roy Williams, and they stop right there. Well, Matt Doherty was a coach there too, who failed. They didn't talk about that, and of course, Hubert Davis was a coach there. He didn't mention that. Now, I mean, in that sequence. But one of the things I did find, like, and again, we're gonna unpack a lot. We're gonna unpack a whole lot of other things. One of the things I found really interesting is he talked. When he talked about Hubert Davis, you would hear this hush over the room as if, man, he was a really good guy. He was talking so much good about Hubert Davis. He had to retract. He said, "Well, that's a business. That's the pros and cons of being a coach."
Yeah, that happened in this business. But he said he felt like they were friends or whatever.
Oh, you still gonna keep him involved?
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. But give me your comments.
Yeah, so I think it seemed like a very great press conference. I hate I couldn't be there. I thought it was very interesting, the relationship that he said that he had with Hubert, that even back in October, I think it was, that he visited the practice, and normally they sit way up top. They're not, they don't come down on the floor, but Hubert looked up, saw him, and pointed for him, to come down. So he was like, a part of practice. It sounded like they became friends and talked throughout the season. So that was very interesting. He did speak about, we talked, I guess, a couple days ago about how often he was in Chapel Hill. Mostly, because of his daughter. So it was like, okay, so he was around a lot. And so it sounded like he was also, a part of, building that friendship with Hubert. So it is a little bit interesting that he was always around over the last 7 or 8 months.
You said he was spying on the situation?
I don't know. I also know you mentioned Kenny Smith. They have a big interview that they did in October, where he had on his Carolina sweatshirt, volleyball sweatshirt though, but he talked about, he didn't say college at all, but he talked about wanting to be a coach again.
Yeah. I really,
so it just, it's a lot of, he's been around.
So
that makes him, it almost feels like he's not necessarily like the outsider, the full outsider.
No,
because he's been part of the family. And then that's why I think he kept bringing up the legacy a lot and the relationship and admiration for Dean Smith. He called out Roy Williams, things like that. I think it's like I'm part of the family.
Well, let me just say this.
So that's what it felt like.
I'm getting some more insight to some crazy scenarios I heard about staff and things of that nature, which is interesting. But just speaking of staff, I know that Hoots is a guy that kind of like operations guy. He's going to stay on. Sean May is going to stay on. And man, Pat Sullivan, he's very good friends with Pat Sullivan. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's been friends with Pat Sullivan for a long, long time. Sully, we call him, who I know very well. And it seems like Sully's going to be there as well. Then he's going to bring his other staff members. So it's going to be interesting. But let's hear from Mike Malone. And one of the issues he had was that being an NBA coach and not being a college coach for 20-some years, how he's going to handle recruiting. This is what he talked about yesterday about he has a lot to learn about recruiting. Let's talk about it.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot to learn, and obviously I'm going to surround myself with people. I do know that Jim Tanner, Buzz Peterson, Sean May, a lot of these guys have been working tirelessly, with putting together all this information, and I felt bad today because they were waiting to meet, and I'd walk by their office, and they had me going from here, there, and everywhere. But we have some players on that roster that are currently in the portal. We're going to talk to them more about that in the coming days.
Yes.
And then we'll look to see what's available outside. Again, when I coached in college many years ago, this wasn't a thing. So I'm going to surround myself with the best people possible to help me get a better grasp on it so we can attack it. And as I hire my staff, I want to hire guys that have great contacts, not only in the country, but around the world, so we can continue to bring the best players here and help them develop so we can field the best team.
And I think that's smart because if you look at a lot of the teams, particularly the Final Four teams, definitely Illinois and from Michigan and places like that, they have a lot of foreign players. And you got to recruit outside of 50 states, right? You got to go to Europe. You got to go. Matter of fact, Michigan Center is from Spain, right? So then, of course, Arizona had a bunch of Illinois. They hold first starting five was.
He's connected to that too because you got to remember he coached the Joker, and he has agents and people that he's already connected to get us the players from other countries.
So it was it was very interesting. Did he win the press conference? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He won it. He's very charismatic. He had the Carolina blue tie on.
He's family. He also had a pen, which was a Dean Smith pen, DS.
I got one of those.
Excuse me.
I had one of those, right?
No, I didn't know you had one of those. I haven't seen it.
I'll wear it
tomorrow, please.
Yeah. I started wearing it today.
Everybody just doesn't have a DS pen.
I got one.
So that's awesome.
This
dude.
No, I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes not easy being me.
It's not easy. It ain't easy being beside you. So we need to go from McGuire to Dave Smith to all the way down to War Reeves and Hubert Davis. Of course, now we have a new guy. My only thing is, which is Michael Malone, the new head basketball coach for University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And my thing is this a moment or is it going to be a movement, so to speak? I mean, he's 50-something years old. Will he retire as a basketball coach in Carolina? Because Hubert Davis, that was his goal, to retire there. So we'll see. We'll see. What year is his daughter?
She's a sophomore.
Okay, we got a couple years.
What are you trying to say? He's just there because she's on the volleyball team?
I'm just asking a question. So I'm just here to ask the question.
Oh, man, on the other side, we are so excited because we want to shift gears just a little bit because we're going to be talking about something that I'm going to participate in. And it's not what you think.
Is it running?
A huge event that's coming here to Triangle right around the corner. And we got one of the main guys that's involved in it. Keep it out there. You don't want to miss it. This is Sports Shop. Let's go.
Real conversations, local gossip, and community affairs. The Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
Day, little listen to that. Just try to enjoy a hump day like you never had before. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. Sports Shop, Reese and K-Mac. I'm D.L. Reese. Reese from the Ash. We got K-Mac in the building.
What's good, people?
We got the lovely, talented Pamela Tongue-Smith the Fern.
Good morning.
Oh, man. I told you that, again, 919-890-6200, and we're going to recognize our co-hosts out on, and, of course, out on YouTube a little later on, but I told you I'm going to be doing something really big, something I've never done before. I mean, it's taken a lot of effort on my part to get prepared to participate in something that's so magnanimous to the point where I can't even sleep at night. That's how big it is. I'm just telling you.
you just holding the microphone. You just holding the microphone. Come on now. You just holding the microphone.
Oh, man. The Garmin International Associate Director of Advertising Sponsorship is sitting right next to me. His name is Steve Lavelle, and he's been in Durham for the last few days. What's going on, because that's a big thing that's going on here in the Triangle. Durham Marathon, and we're lucky because, they've done it in a couple other cities, but they picked Durham to do it this time, and we're so excited. And so excited to have Steve on. Welcome to the Sports Shop, my friend. How you doing?
Doing very good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome back. Yeah, you've been before.
Yeah, that's right.
So just give people a snapshot of what's going on in a few weeks or a couple of days.
Yeah, well, we're bringing the Garmin Marathon Series to Durham.
Yeah.
We're really excited about that. We'll be here on May 2nd.
Yep.
So even though it says Marathon Series, not just a marathon. we have a 5K, a 10K, half marathon.
See? They'll welcome me for all of us. You like myself.
That's right. You can do a 5K. It's 3 miles.
What about a 1K?
So the 5K for us walkers?
Yeah, that's right. We got that.
I need one for us walkers, but yeah.
So that's going to be an unbelievable day. We're excited to be involved in it, guys. We're going to be, I said we should prepare. Now, I really wasn't lying about that. I was just fudging the truth just a little bit. We're going to be hosting the event, and so excited to be working with Garmin on that. And Steve, people, I know people got to get excited, of course, from your perspective, but just talk about what the communities are, some of the chat that's going on in the community. I know people got to be excited about it.
Yeah, no, well, it's really cool because when we were in Tucson back in November, about 40% of the runners came from out of town. So this is a really great opportunity to showcase Durham and just showcase the whole area. So there's a lot of opportunity for volunteers to come and help, and we're still taking volunteers. Yes. Go to Garmin.com/marathon. We're working with United Way here in town.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're a great association. They're helping set up all the volunteers.
Okay.
So if you want to volunteer, you can come out, cheer on your community, help show off the city. Yeah. Or if you're along the route, just cheer on the runners and have a good time too.
That's good stuff there.
That's outstanding. Steve, when you talk about the series, you talk about the marathon. What made the marathon the one thing that you think Garmin said, this is it? This is how, we want to be connected to the community. This is it for us.
It's really about that active lifestyle. Garmin is an active lifestyle company, and we wanted to really lean into that. And, we certainly want to cater to those elite runners, right? That's why the race is a Boston qualifier. Yes. So, which is a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal, right? That's really big for
nothing I ever had to worry.
So we want to have an event that leads into, who a lot of our core customers are. But it's also just about healthy lifestyle. I know we joked about, the 5K, but you can walk a 5K and, just everything starts with steps, and to just help getting more active. And so this is a really great association for Garmin. It's a great way. Of course, we make watches, so it's for running and walking and whatnot. So it's good for that. But it really is just thinking healthy and really connecting with communities locally has been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. We're talking to Steve LaBelle with Garmin with the Durham Marathon coming up. You talked about being in Toledo as well as being in Tucson, but one thing that you do is you are unique to the different cities that you're in. So if you can talk to us about what's going to be different in Durham, how are you reimagining the race for Durham?
Yeah, so with every city, we want to do something a little bit different. With Durham, we're reimagining the expo. So the expo is where people come and, pick up their packets, but we'll also have a lot of other, healthy lifestyle running companies that'll be there. And we're going to take over the square where the big bull is in downtown Durham, right?
Great spot.
Yeah, so that's going to build a real community aspect to it versus being in a convention center, which definitely, kind of separates us a bit from the community. So I'm really excited about having just a 2-day outdoor expo on that Thursday, Friday. And then, of course, when we have the race, we want to really showcase the city really well. Yeah. And I think the race does. You start in downtown Durham. You run through some of the historic parts of town. You hit the east wall of Duke's campus. You get to run through the outfield of the Bulls Stadium.
Look at this.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
I like it.
Of course, the full marathon route, it's going to hit the American Tobacco Trail. But what's super cool is, I know you were talking all about new basketball coach over at UNC, but we'll be on the other side over at Duke, and finishing right on Brooks Field at Wade Wallace Stadium at Duke is going to be. They've never done that before, so we really want to bring something that the community's not seen before and lean into that.
Yeah, Wallace Way is a great location. We'll be hanging out there too, and give you more information about that as we get towards it. Again, we're talking to Steve Lavelle, who's with Garmin, and again, a big-time marathon series is coming here. Steve, what is something you think everyone should know about the Garmin Marathon Series?
What is something everybody should know? Everybody should know that just because it has marathon in the name doesn't mean it's just a marathon.
You know what? That's good to know.
No, that's important. That's really important.
That's good to know. Yeah. That is very good to know.
Yeah.
So, and that's
people like me, I'll be like, hey.
I'm not ready.
I don't do marathons.
We're going to get you, though, right? You even talked about all your friends are running all the time.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's outstanding. The 2-day expo, something that you just talked about, that you just mentioned, I saw something that was very interesting, that you're also launching a Garmin Community Champions program, which recognizes local individuals that have contributed to the community through running and fitness. Talk about that. Yeah,
so that's also another new program that we're doing, just launching at Durham.
Okay. So
part of that is, one, as we try to really be part of that community. So we put out nominations for people that, really are like a good running ambassador. Somebody that, if you were going to start running,
right,
which we might, right? Who would you know? Who's somebody that is influential? And we've had a ton of people that, recommended and nominated different people. So, I think we've got about 3 or 4, maybe 5 finalists that we're looking at, and we'll announce that. And really, it's just a way for us to recognize community members that are really helping doing something in the running space.
That is so cool stuff there, man. Thanks for you guys doing that. Yeah.
So, see, my last question would be, how can we find out more information? And we've already talked about that it's not just a marathon. So for attendees that maybe don't want to participate as a marathon or a walker, tell us what else they can do and how can they find out? Where do they need to go?
Yeah, if you go to garmin.com/marathon, you can also just Google Garmin Durham Marathon. It'll come up, and you can register for any of the races there. You can sign up to volunteer. Okay. There's links on there to volunteer. Yeah, there are a lot of great opportunities, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody out there.
Oh, man. So May 2nd, and what time does the race actually start?
So the race starts at 7 a.m. for the full half and 10K, and then at 7:20 for the 5K.
Yeah, wow, man. That's so awesome. And you volunteers, so still looking for volunteers.
Still looking for volunteers. Always need volunteers.
Yeah, volunteers are always a good thing. Yeah. Exactly.
So if I was a volunteer, what do you need me to do? You don't need me to run, do you?
I don't, that's what, so when I say volunteers, there's so much with volunteers. It can be anything from, handing out medals at the finish line, as you're congratulating people. We need people to help at the aid stations and give them the water and the Gatorade that they need at the aid stations. Even just helping out at the start line. There's so much excitement at the start line. And I know once you guys see this and you're there, you're it's an energy that is hard to duplicate, and I know it sounds weird because I remember when I went to my first marathon, and I wasn't a runner, but man, I was like, it felt so good.
You feel good. You feel good. A lot of people that's running, even though you're not running.
You do.
I've been to a couple. We hosted a couple.
It's the cheer for me though. It's the cheering aspect. You get caught up cheering for people like you pick up, you see a person that's maybe struggling now. You get caught up cheering for them. Next thing you know, you all in. You're all in. You going around the track with him. You're like, come on, you can do it. But yeah, it is a very fun atmosphere. It's full of energy. And the reason I asked that question, because there are a lot of people that are listening that said, I would like to volunteer, but I don't know anything about running.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to let people know you don't have to be a runner to volunteer.
Yeah.
Being a volunteer means more than just coming out, and just, supporting the runners. There's all types of things you can do. And really, what I would like to say is it's about coming out, making sure you support your city.
Yeah.
Make sure you come out, support Durham. This is a fantastic event for Durham.
Absolutely.
You talked about some of the other locations, what they're doing, and Durham is on par, or hopefully
way above. Durham's going to blow them out of the
surpass anything that they've done before. So that is the goal, to make sure that the Bull City comes out.
We got to represent
everything that they've done. So
come back.
Come back.
And I want to mention, even though it is in Durham, obviously, but this is the whole triangle area that's needed to get involved. I mean, particularly from the Cary locations to Raleigh and all surrounding other locales, because this is a region that I want to make sure we show up and show out. And Durham just has to be the point there where we're going to do it at. So we're excited, Steve, to have you guys here. We want to hit a home run with this. We're going to run through the tape, as we say.
Run through the tape. See, we got all the buzzwords. We got it all.
Oh, yeah.
But actually running. But I do. You know what? I promise you this. I'm gonna seriously consider, doing it one day.
May 2nd.
Yeah, May 2nd. May 2nd, he'll do it.
35.
Well, it's fun. We were talking to the city yesterday and the emergency folks and police and whatnot. And outside of a college sporting event, this will be the biggest event in the city from a participant event that, the city's had. So.
Yeah, I believe it, man.
That's true.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Estimated number of people
I would never would have thought of that.
participating right now?
I think we'll be around 6,000 people running this race.
Yeah.
So it'll be a huge race for sure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, hey, the Garmin Marathon
be really good.
people, I'm telling you, you go to Garmin.com/marathon, and you can get all the information. They're still looking for volunteers, and it's going to be a big event. Sports shops going to be involved in it.
Yes.
And we're so excited. We just can't wait to get out there and make it happen. We're going to have a lot of fun and want to cheer you on and make sure that everybody have a wonderful experience. Steve, thank you so much. Anything else you want to mention for you?
And all your fans can come cheer you on too at the stadium.
Thank you. If you want to come to see me in person, if you want to touch the hem of my garments, come on out. I'm selling pictures. I'm talking people. But anyway,
I'm not.
No, it's a great point. Come on, hang out with the sports shop, and you know where you are. You guys follow us every day, watch us, and of course listen to us, and to come out and just have a good time. This is a big event, and we're taking this thing very, very seriously. We're so happy to be rocking with you guys, man. And we're bringing the best marathon to Durham.
A 10K, a half marathon, and a marathon. All of the routes already. I'm looking at the site. I'm looking at the way the routes are laid out. I think I can handle the 5K.
You can handle it. I know you can.
I think I can walk the 5K.
Yeah, you can do it. We'd let you do it.
I bet you would.
I'm going to give you an entry right now. You can sign up.
You may give me a number, but it won't be for that. It won't be for that. I can tell you.
But Steve, thank you so much, though.
Yes,
for stopping by. Stopping by. I know you got a lot of stuff you got to do to make sure everything's right for that day, but looking forward to seeing you guys on the 2nd.
Outstanding.
Oh, man, when we get back, this marathon got me. I need to take a break just thinking about it, man. But when we get back on the side, we're going to continue the conversation. The announcement that happened in Chapel Hill is, man.
They must have held it in the library.
I'm trying to say it was kind of quiet. It was not quiet. Anyway, we're getting to Michael Malone coming to Chapel Hill, the new basketball coach at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and K-Mac, presented by Halsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Halsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental service industry and industrial facilities.
Getting it in, K-Mac D.R. Reese to the building, rocking with K-Mac in the building. Of course, Pamela Smith the first.
Good morning.
That was a great conversation we just had with the Garmin people. Again, locally, if you're here, go out to, again, Garmin.com/marathon, and you can volunteer. We'd love to have you volunteer. Let's get it going.
Talking about you, Reese.
What'd I do?
Hump said Reese going to have to start his nap early.
Yeah, you're right. It's 7 o'clock. Good God. Oh, man. So, hey, let's get back on it real quickly again. Just 99.9 HD2, 628 in the buzz, 104.5, 107.5 HD2 up in Detroit.
What up, though? Good morning.
You mentioned Hump. Who rocking with us out there on
we got quite a few
Sports Shop YouTube page.
Rocking with us this morning. We have CI. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Randall. Good morning, Hump. Good morning, Vicky. G. Jackson. Good morning. Let's see. Who else is out there? Good morning. Mr. Robert Foster, good morning. Billy Woods is out there. Good morning, James Blackwell. Good morning, James Isaac. Let's see. Who else didn't I mention? Neil. Good morning, Neil. Good morning, Tawana. Good morning, William Epps. Did we say James Blackwell? LeVar, good morning. Mr. Hank is back again. Good morning, Hank.
What up, though?
Yep. Mr. James Pittman, good morning. He's talking that talk this morning. And I think that's it. And some others. Good morning, Anissa Little. How are you? So good morning to all. We got an exercise to do real quick.
Go ahead.
If you could go over to the thumbs up button, and we're going to click that on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you also share and ask somebody to subscribe.
Reese, I just got to ask you.
What's that, man?
If I ask you to run from Durham Bulls Athletic Way Stadium, you would look at me like I was crazy, wouldn't you?
Durham Bulls Athletic Park. I'm going to get my bearings.
Get your mind around that. Yeah.
I said, I will look at you like you crazy.
That's the 5K.
No, I'll walk it.
Yeah.
What you mean, yeah? You chiming in, yeah.
I can walk it.
Okay, fine. Okay,
I've participated in quite a few 5Ks. Now, I don't know if May 2nd I won't be here.
I don't want no disclaimers.
How about him putting all these things as if, as he's around there every day or something?
He probably gonna participate.
Hey, Hump, I have access to the database. Don't make me look you up.
Real quick, let's go to the phones right quick. We got CI. CI, you around it too? You run marathons, Chuck?
I never did that type thing. My older brother did relays and track and field, but I didn't fool with the writing.
What you got, man? Good morning.
I did.
Good morning. What you got?
Good morning, Harry. Yeah, just adding on what y'all talking about with Michael Malone's introductory press conference. One guy I had to bring up, he's probably treated like Rodney Dangerfield, where he made his living off of. Do you have he won that 82 national championship shooting the 3-point? Jimmy Black.
Jimmy Black, yeah.
Jimmy Black.
I see Jim all the time.
Jimmy Black and I used to go to the same bar. He still goes there, but
JB go there?
Yep.
I know that. Yeah. I see him a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
I had to give love to Jimmy Black. I have to advocate for him because he's the one that threw the pass, because I think after that 81 national championship, losing to Isaiah Thomas and Landon Turner, he realized that, hey, look, in this national championship game, they took a chance and threw it off to the freshmen. And also another thing, when people talking about, say we need a UNC alumnus, don't forget Frank McGuire was a graduate of St. John's, and Dean Smith went to Kansas, Bill Guthridge went to Kansas State. And sometimes you have to be careful when you say we need an alumnus.
I mean, Now, to your point, you're 1,000% correct. That's one of the things that Michael Malone is from New York as well, and they were saying, Frank McGuire started this whole thing. He came down from New York and brought the New Yorkers down from that's what got the whole Carolina tradition going. But those guys had Carolina for 100 years. That's why they say they family. It's kind of hard to tell. Coach Smith from Kansas. What you think about it? You got Nate Smith.
Yeah, Coach Smith, Coach Roy Williams.
Yeah, I know. And you got Coach Smith. Think about that. He started where it was invented at. Mm-hmm. So I'm just along with John McClendon, those guys,
that's
man.
James Naismith. Yeah.
But anyway, hey, Chuck, we got a roll, man. But appreciate you chiming in, man. We schedule a little different today, but thanks so much, brother. Appreciate
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you all take care.
You too.
Yeah, we're going to get some more on this conversation. It was interesting, though. It was just some subtle messages, I think, at the press conference last night that you had to pay attention.
Stop it. Stop it.
Why you want that quiet, though, K-Mag? But see, when you're about that business.
Why do you think it's quiet?
Yeah.
It's quiet because people are paying attention.
Right. And it's quiet because they had it in the damn Dean Smith Center,
21,000 people.
I know. I mean, he always got to come up with something like negative about this. I mean, what is that? I don't understand. What's your point? What's your point, though? What's your point?
I'm just quiet.
It doesn't take that much to fill up Cameron.
Really?
Keep it locked in. We got much more on the side. Sports Talk. Durham, Reese K. Mac, family.
Birthday, so I just want to give her a shout out.
I mean, that's very nice.
Shout out to Mom. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Are they in town or she?
They are, yeah, they are.
They're in town? Okay.
Okay.
She came to the studio.
There's still 2 more days, so.
Okay,
yeah.
I'd love to see him.
Nice. Shout out to Mom.
Let us
Happy
know
birthday.
so we can have something here for her.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Man, welcome back. That's nice. That's a nice song too, boy.
I hear it a long time.
Good job, eh?
Well, thank you, please.
So proud. We're so proud of you, eh? Oh my goodness, today is.
I got me.
It is hump day. Man, this has been a heck of a week here. Down for re-signing up for marathon. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Well, really, Pam signed up. Pam said she was going to do the 5K. She said, what she said?
I mean, I can do the 5K, but right now I'm a little injured.
You really?
Yes.
Let me guess your shoulder.
Well, that still hurt, but it's my knee. Remember, it's my left knee.
But why you on your shoulder? It's my leg.
Anthony Davis.
It's a marathon, Pam. The rotation of your rotator cuff.
It's not. It's my left knee.
That's the AD stuff.
Yeah, you can't do that. We got D.R. Reese.
Good morning, good people.
DK back one with a sports shop one because we never ever number 2. We got the firm, always injured Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
We got A-Town behind the glass. What's up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
Talk to me about the poll questions, A.
So today's poll question is brought to you by Legacy Eye Care. Clarify you can count on, just like this poll. So the poll question can be found on X through Buzz Sports Radio or the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which program seems more foreign from what we're used to? The Tennessee Lady Volunteers or UNC men's basketball?
Well, Tennessee don't have any players.
They don't. What? Say the question one more time.
I guess that's why they seem foreign.
Right.
Because there are no players.
But they hired a new assistant coach.
You think
One of the players?
No.
And why you think they did that?
Oh, no, she might be checking hands with her replacement. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I'm not sure why they hired. I guess they're getting ready to go in the portal. They want to make sure they're staffed. And so, yeah, they hired someone yesterday.
All right. Man, we got all types of breaking news. Yesterday, was the opening official press conference for the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill, announcing their new head coach, Michael Malone. Short notice by some accounts, but reality is they wanted to get it out there and get it done. And I think it was good to go and have him come out and kind of speak on what they were doing. But Reese, you and Pam have said over the last couple of weeks, they got to get it right. They got to get it right. It's a requirement and nothing else. You're too far down this hole. You got to get it. You have to get this hire right. So I got to ask you the question: did they get it right?
Well, first of all, what does that mean? So that's the measure of success. But I think it's too soon to know.
Okay.
I think it's too soon to know if they got it right or not. It appears that, he has the heart for it. It appears with all the things that he talked about with the legacy, Dean Smith, his relationships at Carolina, that he's family. It doesn't really feel like an outsider. When I watched the press conference, I was like, okay, so he's family. So I feel like it's part of the family. I think we also have to see who's going to be sitting beside him, on the bench as far as his assistants. So I just think it's too soon to say if they got it right or not. It seems like a good hire from the outside looking in.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think it is a little too soon for that. Given the circumstances, the sequence of events that happened during this whole search process, maybe they did get it right. We won't know that really until the staff is putting together to see what's happened with the players in the portal, people that's leaving Carolina or the people that's coming to Carolina. Yeah, it's left to be determined. I'll put it that way, whether they got it right or not.
All right.
TBD.
All right. So,
well, how do you feel?
I think I like to hire. Actually, I like to hire more so than some of the other guys. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. some of these other guys, Tommy Lloyd's, and some of the other coaches they were going after. And I just thought a better solution would be to get somebody that can hopefully try to bridge and bridge that gap between what has been missing with the program, which is adapting to the new model, the new college basketball model.
Right, which he admitted that he doesn't know that. So he's going to have to surround himself with somebody who does.
And that's my point. I mean, I'm not sure hiring him solves the problem you just mentioned, because he's still got a lot of learning to do. He's an NBA guy. So that's the only.
But the concern is not necessarily because they all had to learn it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, the only person that was probably pretty familiar with it was Will Wade. He was like part architect of the whole situation in the first place. But for the most part, all major programs had to learn, right, how to bridge the gap. The easiest way to say it is I think he's willing to come in and do that. I think some of the other legacy, coaches or what have you, I guess situations, they didn't have that posture where I'm open to this. They came in with the posture of, I'm never going to have to do this, or I don't like doing this, and then having to try to change and transition. He's coming in with, I'm open to it, never have really done it, but I'm open to figuring out how to build it. You know what I mean? So that's a different way of looking at it. That's a different perspective of coming into it. Of course, he's never done it before, but I think him being open to it in the very beginning gives him a leg up.
Yeah, I think having the resources, you can be a quick study.
I think just being
getting that money,
just being there yesterday, and just feeling the aura of the building. Yeah, I think we all can get a lot of things done if we got the right resources.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you almost triple, maybe double or triple the NIL budget, you can get some players.
And get somebody to help you.
Yeah, and you making $8.3 million a year.
Is that
you're gonna be the top 5 coaches pay in all of college basketball.
So, do we feel like that's the only thing that held the program back over the last few years? Money.
I do. I feel that. Okay. I feel like they didn't give him the resources that they could have given him to be successful, and I think he was successful. To a certain degree, in terms of what he had. But no, and they were not going to give him any more money anyway, or even less than they were given, and that's part and parcel why they got rid of Hubert Davis because of that. Because the donors said they weren't going to do it.
So more money would have fixed the problem and kept Hubert Davis there.
I think so.
Yeah, with the culture of what happens now with the transfer portal, the NIL, the more money you have, the better player you can get.
Coach Smith used to say it all the time. You could draw you could X's and O's. You could draw the play up and get the ball to the blocks. When you get to the blocks, recruiting takes over. So you can be the best coach in the world to draw a play up. But who you throw the ball to and receives the ball, that's a game changer right there.
So the money being the case as it is, if the money, is really the deciding factor, everybody's got money now. BYU's got money.
But some have more than others.
Yeah.
It's not that much more.
But that list that we went
through,
it was a big list.
And that's a big
some of the programs.
It's a bit different between $5 million and $14 million.
And you can see it if you look at how they advanced and who made it.
Yeah, they talked about
the Elite Eight. You look at the money and they're like, oh, okay, this equates to about the same. You get better players.
Yeah.
But it's more competitive because several groups have 12 million. So it's more competitive. So I think that's why we're seeing, how much it is competitive now.
Most of all of those teams we talked about, it's really 3 people that are three players that are driving most of these programs, right? Because everybody on the team not getting $5 million.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's not really 3 or 4 or 5. And I would venture to say before Caleb got hurt, the program had at least two of the best, two would consider to be some of the best players in the country, with Vassar and Caleb. And you did that with no money.
Right.
So was it money? Well, Caleb got hurt, so that kind of changed the whole narrative.
It was money if those two was the highest paid on the team.
I was going to say, yeah. He got money.
Right.
He got
yeah. Absolutely.
So basically, you had enough money to put you in that conversation. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm saying if they had more money, we could have got another Caleb. We could have got another Vassar.
So you want 2 or 3 of them, or 4 of them.
Well, if you look at the teams that's been successful, they got more than one. I'll put it that way.
All right. Sounds good. Well, hopefully the money solves the issue.
Okay. Well, the champions, the NCAA champion, Michigan, they had $10 million. Duke had $10 million, so that really doesn't work when you talk about going to the Final Four. Houston had a maybe I'm a little off.
But they was one.
Right, yeah, I'm a little off with that. And then you look at players. We've been talking about Yaxel. He got $2 million of that $12 million. So yeah, you need money to get these good players.
No, I guess I'm trying to figure out how you gonna say it's money, right? If that was really the holdup, when you just handed the coach $50 million.
Yeah, because they wanted him to be successful.
They had donors that said, "I'll pay you, but I ain't giving him another dime."
Wait a minute, seriously, you asked that question?
I'll pay you, but I'm not giving Reese any more money.
Right.
So if Reese stays, no money.
Right.
Bring in K-Mac. What you need?
100%.
I got to check.
Oh. Okay.
100%.
That's the difference.
I didn't say they didn't have no money. I said their willingness to give the money was the issue.
Right.
So what you're saying is, really what we're saying is, we're willing to back our guy, not that guy.
Yeah, we were willing to back this new guy.
Right.
Right.
But not this guy who's been...
Because we did spend some money.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not backing that guy.
Right.
I'm going to back my guy.
Right.
All right.
Gracious, Cooper.
That's an interesting way to put it, but those are the facts.
Those are the facts.
I mean, it's a combination of things. I think 2 seconds. I think that when they hired Hubert Davis, they didn't want Hubert Davis. I think that was a force on Roy Williams, so they went with it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the people across the street so successful, they said, okay, we're gonna stop this right now. We're gonna put all the money we can to bring somebody else in that fits the culture or the look that we want, and we're gonna give them all the money. We're gonna make sure he's successful. We're gonna put NIL through the roof, and we're gonna get back to Carolina way. End the story.
Yeah, sometimes. You can't. Sometimes you're just not better than the other guy.
But you talk about he talked about the team across the street, and he didn't come here to be second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to say that.
So I'm saying they're giving him what he needs to go after.
You get up there wearing a light blue tie and all that. You got to say that. You say anything less than that, I'll be disappointed. I would. Matter of fact, his family should be. They'd be like, "Come on."
I'm just using that example to say it is a focus from what's going on across the street.
To be Duke. Everybody knows that.
Better than Duke.
Everybody knows you want to be better than Duke, but you're not. Everybody knows that.
Say that again. What do you say?
Go ahead and say. I said what I said.
No, I just want to make sure because I was texting somebody.
Everybody knows you want to be better than Duke, but you're not.
Oh, of course not. Not right now.
I mean, I'm just saying, everybody knows. I mean, that's why you just went out and damn near turned the program inside out, upside down, all the way around, because you chasing a ghost. You chasing a guy that ain't even coaching.
What are you talking about?
Coach K, that's what I'm talking about.
They worry about the Duke program. They ain't worried about Coach K.
Okay.
Be him.
Well, you beat Coach Shard too.
I'm talking about his last year, his third year, his damn, swan song. We bust his ass twice.
So it has nothing to do with Coach K and Duke. It's just Duke. So when you think of Duke, who you think of?
I'm thinking about Duke.
I'm saying, do you see how it changes?
No.
What changes?
You see how the energy changes.
No, the energy changes because I want to make sure.
The energy changes. It make it sense.
It's about Duke.
When you bring up Coach K, the energy changes completely when you talk about Coach K. And I'm just saying, you're gonna go damn near broke trying to beat somebody.
No, that's
you gonna go broke trying to keep up with
so
never go broke.
I guess we try to keep up with Clemson.
Never go broke.
I guess we try to keep up with Clemson.
The donors are there.
Thank you. I guess we try to keep up with Clemson in football because we give Belichick all his money. We trying to be better, trying to be like Dabo and them, or whoever else was there.
You didn't turn the whole. First of all, you know what? I don't even want to talk about football because it don't even matter.
No,
when it comes to football, that doesn't.
I'm talking about money.
But when I'm talking about a storied program like Carolina,
yes,
that has the history and the pedigree in which they have, and the model in which they've operated under for almost 8 decades, you completely turn it upside down, inside out, because you couldn't get over the proverbial Duke success hump. That's what you're saying.
I think that's part of it. But I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah,
I mean, you ain't turning the program up because you worried about Clemson winning, because you worried about Syracuse beating you every now and then.
They're not our rival,
right? That's.
It would be the same way Alabama, Auburn football. It would be.
It's all about what's across the street. It ain't nothing else different.
It's always you go to Alabama, it's the same thing. Alabama, Auburn.
So that's what you're chasing. That's what you're chasing.
Chasing wins, baby.
Well, because we're at the top of that win. We're at the top.
Well,
that's what you're chasing.
No, we just saw the top 4 teams. We just saw the top 4 teams.
No. The truth of it, he said something that's really true. You're at the top during the regular season. You're at the top recruiting the best players. You're right there.
Absolutely.
Now, the end result may not be hadn't happened in 11 damn years, but you're good. You're at the top of what I just mentioned, and I can't argue that.
Well,
can't argue.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, think about it. You're chasing a team that can't get it done. According to you guys, we hadn't gotten it done. And here you are trying to beat a team that can't get it done.
I guess that's our fault.
A-Town, what you got for me?
He dropped the mic.
I guess that's our fault.
I figured if we don't say nothing, he'll be quiet.
No, I'm saying,
oh, hell no.
Here's my point. I'm just saying, I guess that's our fault. We shouldn't chase nothing.
When we come back, we'll hear from the new head coach, Michael Malone, as he talks about why he chose the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill over going back to the NBA. Next.
It's a vibe. The Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
Hey! Got money and damn thing funny. We rocking out as always. We got D.R. Reese.
Morning.
DK Mac 1 with the Sports Shop 1 because we never number 2. We got the firm, Pam Thompson-Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
What up, Detroit?
Money.
What up, though? How you doing?
What up, though?
We got A-Town behind the glass. What up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
How we doing on the poll questions, eh? Before we go to Herb, we got Herb waiting.
So today's poll of the day is brought to you by Legacy Eye Care. Clarity you can count on, just like this poll. And the poll question can be found on X through Buzz Sports Radio or the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question: which program seems more foreign from what we are used to, the Tennessee Lady Volunteers or UNC men's basketball?
Wow. We got Herb. Say it again. We got Herb calling in. What's going on, Herb? How you doing?
Good morning, Herb.
Good morning. Struggling wonderfully.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to use that.
Wonderfully struggling.
Yeah. Well, Alex stimulated me to call this morning when he played the song about I Love My Mama. I've got a 97-year-old mother who's began this show 97. So the thing of it is, when I was a young'un in the 60s, I used to go down on Broad Street in Philly to listen to the Intruders, and that's the song.
Yeah.
From the Intruders.
That's right.
And the Delphonics and all that.
Yeah.
But let me be real quick. Yesterday I heard Phil talk about the transition in coaches. And I think I really liked what he said. Hubert, okay, first of all, my family, all of us, as I said before, we see the world through Carolina blue eyes, figuratively. But we try to deal with reality, especially when you got a 97-year-old mother. Hubert did not unify Tar Heel Nation. He did not have in my opinion, did not have a good introductory press conference. He, of course, because he's a great guy, but he split some people he split some people, and they kept it. Excuse me, a lot of people kept it from that point. When Hubert left his last press conference, he was not Hubert. Hubert's one of the great guys, but I could see the stress causing him to be a very different person than I knew and that he has been in his life. So quite frankly, I think that now that we're able to separate Hubert from the basketball coach to the great guy. And so we're going to move on, and we're still going to feel great about Hubert as a person, and that's the most important thing to me. Because, sometimes you get in situations that get you out of character. And I did not want to see next year, because next year would have been horrible, in my humble opinion, because you would have not only had the segment that didn't like you at the first one, but then you would have had the people who were there in the second one.
Right.
So you got them bunched up, and you got more people against you than you would have had before. And so if I'm wrong, you could correct me. But the other thing I wanted to say was I think Malone is a great hire. I don't think that the other guys were really interested in coming because they had great situations, and it got even better. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a job where the boss that you had, you don't have to deal with them anymore.
Right.
I mean, and so I just think that Carolina got lucky, like State got lucky, because I heard yesterday some guy throwing shade at Jonathan, Justin Gainey. But if you look at Gainey's record, where he's been, what he's done, if he were a little paler, he would have been a head coach by now, in my humble opinion.
It happens in a lot of situations, unfortunately.
This is just the way the world is, and we just have to accept it. And so I appreciate you letting me vent a little bit about that thing. And I don't think that I don't even know that a lot of people even know who Lloyd was before this latest venture into the Final Four. Or I bet you a lot of people can't even name the Michigan coach now, even though they had a great year. So anyway, I think that's just the way of life, and I'm moving on, at least from the basketball section with Hubert. So I hope I didn't say anything that was offensive to anybody, but I just try to be reality when I think about things. And
all right, Hubert, we appreciate you. Thank you, all I heard. I appreciate it.
You called him Hubert.
Much love
Thank
to
you, Herb. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Oh, man, we got Adam from Durham calling in. Adam, y'all got any players yet over there?
No, you got a coach, though, a new coach, new assistant.
Man, like Reese said last week, alliances are shaky on this show.
All day, each and every day, man, each and every day.
The shifting sands of the Sports Shop family. I was having a good day. We're going to school. I was listening to my morning meditation, feeling grounded, like ready to, attack the day. And then I turn on the Sports Shop, and I hear this poll question from Kendrick.
You know where it came from, too. You know where it came from.
I know that didn't come from A-Town. I know that didn't come from my guy A-Town. Sam, we got some coaches. We don't have any players.
I know. I thought that was so weird.
Well, we had to hire somebody because we lost two coaches. One resigned and took a job at LSU for like 2 days, and then he got offered a head coach job at Central Florida, and then we fired another one. We hired an assistant head coach from Florida State. The Florida State program, and then yesterday we hired the lady from University of Georgia's program. So we got coaching staff, but we don't have any players. So I don't like that. But I guess the poll question is because maybe I came too hard at post NBA Malone yesterday.
I thought it was very appropriate, actually.
I did too, K-Mac. I did too. Hubert had 125 wins in 5 years. Mm-hmm. 125 wins in 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's not about wins and losses at this point. It's about a couple wins and losses.
Yeah.
But I really don't think what happened to Hubert is about wins and losses. Because 125 wins, a lot of programs will take that. But I guess not at UNC. And they hired a young coach compared to what they have at their football program. Like he's a whippersnapper over there in the basketball program now. He's young. He's not even eligible for AARP yet.
I know, right?
He still have kids there in school. So what does that do? You still got kids in school versus dating kids in school. I'm sorry. That was.
Oh, okay, Max.
Okay.
Watch out now, okay, Max.
Sorry. never mind. Forget it. I'm the only one that knew that. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's all good.
But y'all have a good one, Sports Shop family.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Have a great day.
Adam Kendrick said he's sorry about that, man. Don't take it personal. He's sorry about that, but you have no players, though.
You got to play hits.
But you have no players, though.
No players.
You got no
Coaching
players.
staff, but no players.
Man, why choose the University of North Carolina over the NBA? We'll get to it when we come back. Next, let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and K-Mac, presented by Halsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Halsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
I woke up this morning, y'all. The sun was shining so brightly. I thought about how good this life is. Back in the day, it wasn't always like this. I think about the things we done been through. I think about the place that I come from. It wasn't always easy.
Yes.
So every day I'm thinking God was a beautiful feeling everywhere I go. I just need to see you smiling.
Welcome back.
My show, and when you feel the real love, day is a gift, y'all. That's all I
Day is a gift.
Family, every day is a gift. Welcome back to the Sports Shop.
You got me.
Sports Shop, Reese and K-Max. Who's rocking out? That's D.O. Reese.
Good morning, people.
K-Max won for the Sports Shop one because we never ever two. At the firm, Pam Thompson-Smith. What's up, Pamela?
I got it.
You got it, Pam?
Oh, yeah. A beautiful life.
Yes.
Blessed life.
I can't argue with you on that one. We got A-Town behind the glass. What's up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
Talk to me about the shady poll.
So today's poll of the day is brought to you by Legacy Eye Care. Clarity you can count on, just like this poll.
Nice.
And the poll question can be found on X through Buzz Sports Radio or the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which program seems more foreign from what we are used to? The Tennessee Lady Volunteers or UNC men's basketball? And 100% of people are saying UNC men's basketball.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Making some changes, Things are moving around. But, they announced yesterday they had the first formal press conference for the new head coach, Michael Malone, for the UNC Tar Heels. And, he talked about, being a former NBA championship coach and now choosing to be coach at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, over going back to the NBA. Let's hear Coach Malone as he talks about that.
It wasn't an easy decision, but what I kept thinking about was I have a chance to be a part of something special, the history and tradition, to be a part of something much bigger than myself, as I said a few minutes ago. This was the only college job I'd ever considered. If any other job, I wouldn't even answer the phone. And what Steve didn't tell you, if you want to know something about Steve Newmark, persistence defined. That guy would not take no for an answer. I made a decision. I felt good about it. And Steve said, can we fly to your house on Easter Sunday? And we spent 5 hours together along with Eric Hoots. Had a great meeting. And my dog didn't bite him, so he knew he was okay. And that night, we talked for a while. My wife and I, we made the decision to come here.
So he said no multiple times.
Yep.
Which is not unexpected, I guess. In the 11th hour, on Easter Sunday, on the eve of the Final Four, when there were still conversations around Donovan, I think, and I think the Arizona coach. Maybe he put that to bed right before then, I think. But anyway, and they still were pursuing Coach Malone. Apparently, he had told him no more than once prior to that. Yeah. And they finally said, "Look, man, we got you're the right guy for this. You're the right choice for this. You're the right you're the right person." And he convinced him to come on board. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that says a lot about the process, the national search that they went through, or the type of people they were going after, or it says a lot about Coach Malone was basically in a position where now if you really want me, you're going to have to really want me. You know what I mean? You're going to have to really want me. So, and I think he probably felt comfortable at the end of that. Because it's always best for let people say, you know what? Go check it all out. Go ahead. Check it all out. I know what I bring to the table.
That's right.
Go ahead and check it all out. And then when you do that, then you come back. Then we can both agree that I'm the best choice for this. I'm the best. I'm in the best position, and we can move forward.
Interesting.
Maybe that was a good. Maybe that was an approach.
Right.
Because the other alternative that I can envision is probably not favorable to the process, to the leadership. Meaning, they thought they had a guy in Malone at first, and they assumed that they could just roll out and say, "Here you go, dog.
This is Carolina.
We want you." And that person said, "Okay, I appreciate it, but no." And I think that probably upset the apple cart.
Yeah.
He set them in a different direction. And they were like, "Oh, well, maybe we have to do this differently. Maybe we can't just open up the door and say, We are here. We are Carolina."
And I think he had to think about it because he said that
the doors of the church
he
open.
wasn't trying to get back into coaching as in regards to college. That this would have been the only school that he would entertain as far as college is concerned. So I guess in October when he said he wanted to get back into coaching, that was for an NBA.
Yeah. I think I'm probably pretty sure that's what that was. I mean,
he's talking to Kenny Smith.
You were NBA champion. Yeah. I'm not necessarily thinking about going back coaching in college, especially Coach Davis. I mean, their coach. I mean, I don't think that was even remotely close to his game plan.
So that's why it took longer. I mean, you knock on my door. I'm not really saying if that's not something I'm interested in NBA, right? Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
Give me some time. Meanwhile, they got to have a plan A, B, and C, so they move on and, like you say, looking for others.
Yeah,
but still courting him.
Yeah, I don't think he was their first choice. I think they inquired with him, say, in the event that we come to you, would you consider, in the event? He was offered the job. I think he's probably fourth on the list, in my opinion.
So you think that was just...
I think that may be true.
No, I mean, what are you going to say at the press conference? Think about it.
Yeah, I think that part may be true.
I mean, what are you going to say at the press conference? The only thing that Steve Newmar said that he's the first guy we contact. What the hell does that mean?
Steve Newmar, the first AD. I mean, the first.
the new guy. Yeah, the new guy.
I can say, hey, Pam, we got a job opening, and we may consider you as being a part of that.
Yeah,
we'll get back. That's it. Now, Steve didn't lie. He didn't lie, but Steve's saying we're gonna go out to Lloyd, we're gonna go out to May, we're gonna go out to Donovan if he's signed, whoever. But I will tell you, in my opinion, I would argue that he was not the first choice. But like I said, we contacted him first, and then when things started going left, we up against the wall. Man, we gotta have you because we talked to you first.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Now we back here. And we got to have you.
Yeah, we went out and did all of that. We looked at everybody like we all kind of agreed on.
Yeah.
And, we looked at all options, and we really feel like you're the best option.
And they've been jammed up if he was completely saying no. He said he did say no.
I got a feeling.
But then maybe when he said $8.3 million a year, that made that no become yes real quickly. And it's a 6-year deal, $50 million. Yeah, that may change your mind on a whole lot of situations.
Which would you consider to be easier in a sense or less complicated? Coming back and taking the job at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, or accepting the offer for, I don't know, the Dallas Mavericks or New Jersey Nets or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, we say that, but you know he was fired, right?
I get that. Yeah.
You know he wasn't working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So my point is, a lot of people say, "Well,
if he had the
option."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, that's the part that makes me a little nervous. I mean, that option can come available. What does the Dallas Mavericks say? We want you. I mean, yeah, he's an NBA guy,
right?
He may bounce.
What he wanted to do.
Think about it.
So that's the risk you have with a guy like that.
First of all, there's a short list of people that can say, I have coached a 2-time MVP in the National Basketball Association. I have won an NBA title in the National Basketball Association.
That's right.
Right, at the highest levels. And I ain't talking about 30 years ago. I'm talking about in the last 5 years. That resume gets you in a lot of NBA doors to sit at the end of that bench, right? At the real end, not the other end.
The other end. Right,
you know what I mean?
Right, gotcha.
So that resume gets you in a lot of doors. So for him to say, or at this point say, you know what, I'm willing to jump back in and do this whole, coaching thing at UNC with all the scrutiny and all the eyeballs and, all the turmoil and working through this new NCAA model. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Versus, let me go back to where I just won a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know who the Wizards coach is. They can use him. I mean, I don't know who the Atlanta Hawks coach is, but you know what I mean? I think they could. You see, I mean, it just feels to me this is a significant resource that they just acquired at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and I just hope that they take care of it. You know what I mean? I just feel like
they take care of it. What do you mean by that?
They support it.
Right.
They support him. In what they're trying,
you're talking
the university.
Oh, I mean,
all of the things.
They're going to go above and beyond what they're calling.
Because they didn't support, clearly they didn't support the last guy.
No, they didn't.
Right.
That is, because anytime the last guy was getting $5 million to work with and the new guy gets 50, you have made it quite clear.
Yeah.
What you want.
what your stance on. Your stance is, I'm willing to pay for this. I'm not willing to pay for that.
Absolutely.
That's what happened.
And that's where we landed. So I think it speaks volumes. I'm glad we finally got to the end of the process. Now
I'm curious to see where it goes from here.
Now we can see. Well, now we can see what happens. When we officially in the portal, today or tomorrow? Is it already open?
It's open.
It's already open.
Yeah.
Like really, really open.
It's really open.
And I got something I'm gonna do tomorrow relative to the portal that we all gonna participate in. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh boy. I'm afraid.
Sounds good.
I'm afraid. He putting you in the portal, Pam.
Well, the money right.
He gonna get your evaluation. Lastly, your personal desire for this coach coming out the gate. What would be acceptable this first year?
Acceptable?
Acceptable. Not. I mean, I know the ultimate.
I mean, we got to make the tournament.
Okay, got it.
I mean, yeah. We got to make the tournament.
Okay, make the tournament. Okay.
I'm going to play Will Wade. I need to be third or fourth in the ACC.
Third, okay. All right.
And then we got to, of course, get to the tournament and get at least in top 16.
I think a success for this program would be able to put together that represents what they want to go after. I mean, you got to have some real heavy hitters.